Welcome back. So I'm super excited because I created this gorgeous freaking look with the Mermazing palette from Klarity Kosmetics. This was my first time trying the brand. Some crazy stuff happened getting these palettes to me, and I've learned my lesson on some things. So if you guys want to hear what happened, see how I created this look, and watch me create another one, then just keep watching. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Heather. I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you guys love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe. And don't forget to click the little bell so you can be notified of all my future uploads. So, like I mentioned, this is my first time trying Klarity Kosmetics. And let me just say, this palette swatched like a freaking dream. Oh my God. The shimmers are so reflective and beautiful, and the mattes are super pigmented. Now, this palette, the Mermazing palette, it retails for $48 US, and it features 6 gorgeous, super pigmented matte pressed pigments, 2 multi-chromes, 1 duochrome, and 3 shimmer shadows. And like I said, these shimmers are super reflective, and I totally get mermaid vibes from this palette and even this look. I think it turned out so freaking beautiful. But that's all the information I have on this palette. I know 2 palettes released alongside of it, and I think there's a pre-order up for this one right now. I'll let you guys know all the details like down below in the description box. I do not have a code with Klarity Kosmetics, but I will check out their site and see if I can find a code, and maybe Radar from Makeup on Your Radar or somebody has a code, and I'll try to leave that information down below as well. And like I said, some stuff happened when getting this package. My palettes came broken, but I want to tell you guys about my experience, how we fixed it, and everything that's involved. But I will get into more of that later. Let me get you guys zoomed in and show you how I created this look. I'm so excited to create this look. I've had this palette in my hands for probably over 2 weeks now, and so much has happened, and that's why I'm just now filming with it. But let's get started with the look, and then I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what happened. So to start this look out, I want to go into this green shade here called Shimmer Shimmy. I love the shade names that they put in this palette. I think they are super cute. But I just want to put this here in the inner corner. Just a little bit of a green pop. It looks kind of blue on camera, but it is not. It is green. That is crazy. Hopefully it's just my viewfinder that looks blue, not the actual, video. But anyways, now, so I actually picked up 2 palettes from Klarity Kosmetics. This is my first time trying them out, but I'll pop up a picture or a video on the screen. I know I kept something, but when I got them in the mail, so this palette had 1 shade, 2 shades that were broken. This is the Mermazing palette, but the Lost Kingdom, which is actually my favorite one. I haven't filmed with this one yet. This one had like several broken shades. I don't even remember. And when I reach out to the owner of Klarity Kosmetics, she told me that they were actually out of stock of these palettes already. And I was like heartbroken because especially this one, I wanted it really bad. And this was the one, like it was so bad when I got it. And it wasn't her fault because the palettes were like this thick. They were bubble wrapped so much. I just don't know what the mail did to these palettes, but they were like destroyed by the time they got to me. So she told me that she could send out like a couple of the shades, and it ended up only being 1, by the time I told her what I wanted to do. And then she also offered to give me store credit for the shades that she couldn't replace. But luckily, I also had the option of getting a full refund, even though I couldn't return the palettes because I paid for package protection. So let me just say, do not skimp on the package protection. I have done it before and clicked off that little box because I was trying to save money, and sometimes you don't have that much or whatever. At least that was my case. Now I'm going into the shade Make Waves. But like I said, that was my case at the time. I just didn't have the money to spend on it. And luckily this time I didn't do that. I did get the package protection because in this instance, that would have been the only way I could have gotten a refund. But one of my friends, one of my subscribers, she actually helped me and told me how to fix the shades. So I just went ahead and told her to give me the shades that she could replace. And then she also gave me the store credit. And I told her I was just going to try to fix the palettes myself because I was really excited about them. And I really wanted to create looks with them. And I didn't feel right about, I'm going to use this large brush to blend it out. But I didn't feel right about asking for a refund, knowing that I was going to fix them and use them. You know what I mean? It just felt like I was taking advantage, and I know that that might count against them, so I didn't want to do that. But luckily, I was able to fix both palettes. But in the middle of all of that happening and like me talking back and forth with her, I got like so many palettes in that I purchased, like 6 or 7. Plus, we were about to go on that vacation. So, hence, that's the reason why I'm just now getting around to playing with these palettes. But I'm really excited to finally get to create looks with the Mermazing palette. The color story is beautiful and it's swatched so freaking perfect. And I'm here for it. I think it's so gorgeous. But now I'm going to switch over to the shade Fishy Friends, and I'm going to use my large blending brush to blend it out. But the point of the whole story is make sure you get package protection because, like in this instance, she didn't have the stock to send out replacements. And if I hadn't been able to fix the palette or like have that package protection to get the refund, I would have just been screwed. And I'd hate to see that happen to anyone, especially when it comes to like smaller indie brands because they do have like a smaller amount. They can't be ordering like large quantities and stuff. So my point is it's just really smart to make sure your order is protected because stuff happens. And even though she like really packaged that stuff so well, it doesn't matter when the mail service is like throwing your stuff all around and all that. So I mean, it wasn't her fault, but that would have really sucked. I get packages and they'll like have holes in the boxes and everything. Like they just do not care. And the one that's the worst, at least in my opinion, is FedEx. FedEx brings my HelloFresh to my house. I'm a big, big fan of HelloFresh, but my box will come and the whole side of the box will be caved in. Like it is absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, I'm just throwing that out there in case you guys were wondering why I've had these for so long and I haven't actually filmed with them yet. But I also wanted to let you know. So in case you guys ever thought you didn't really need that package protection, you do. Trust me. Luckily, the owner of Klarity Kosmetics is very helpful and very kind. So she like went above and beyond to help me like solve my problem, and I truly am so grateful for that. But Just make sure you get the package protection. Anyways, so far these mattes are blending really nicely. I have a burn right here on my eye, so you guys can probably see, you could see that part right there, but it goes all the way down. And even with that, it still looks like blended so beautifully. So that makes me really happy. But now I'm going to do the same exact thing down below on the lower lash line, and I will be right back. And these are the mattes. Like I said, they were super easy to work with, but I'm really, really excited about these shimmers. They swatched so freaking beautifully. They look even gorgeous in the pan. I'm just ready to try these. I've seen a lot of palettes from this brand that I've wanted to try, but I've like had limited funds and I've not been able to because there's been other like releases and stuff. But I'm glad that I finally get to try them now. I think this shimmer formula looks really beautiful. So to start this look out, I think I want to go into this shade here. It looks like a metallic purple, but it looks so beautiful in the swatch. And I want to put this out here. I'm going to use my finger. Like, I don't know if it's true or not, but these shimmer formulas, like some of them feel different. So I'm thinking she might have like a couple different types of formula. I will have to look into that to be like sure 100% because I don't want to like be putting out false information. But the feel of them does feel different. This next one I'm really excited about using. It is the shade down here called Don't Be Such a Guppy. It's got such a beautiful like green flip to it. And I think it'll be really pretty with this look. And it picks up like a freaking dream. I thought this could be really cool with this green inner corner. So reflective. Like I feel like you can even see it really well from there. And when it's up against that green shade, it looks more green, but up against the purple, it is pulling more pink. I'm going to pick up some of that on this pencil brush, and I'm going to put it here, and you guys can totally see what I mean about the green. I think this is a multi-chrome here on the end of this palette. It's the shade A Mermaid Has No Tears. It's the one that actually was broken in this one, but I repressed it. It looks really pretty. I'm going to see if I could put a little bit of this out here. There it is. That way it kind of goes with that like deeper purple shade out there. And now I'm going to go in with some of this matte purple, the shade Make Waves. And I just want to make sure that my mattes are blended into the shimmers out here. I think this look is really pretty. I'm going to go do lashes and liner and everything, and I'm going to be right back to show you guys the finished look. I am back, and this look turned out mermazing. See what I did there? I'm just kidding, but the look is so freaking beautiful. I had to put the shade Icebreaker in my waterline. It goes so well with that inner corner shade. I love this so much. These shimmers are so freaking reflective. I am truly just freaking stunned. The formula is really smooth and beautiful, but I'm excited. I'm excited to create another look with this palette, but I'm really excited to play with the next one too. Like I said, this one has my favorite color story out of the two of them. I'm trying to be easy with them in case I didn't press them correctly, but I really love this deep, rich color story. You guys know that is totally my vibe, but I'm excited to create the next look. And if you guys want to see what it is, then just keep watching. I am back for look number 2, and I am so ready to dive in. So for this look, I'm going to start out with the shade down here. So Much for True Love. The really beautiful, like bright, vibrant pastel blue. But I am just going to use this large blending brush from Singe Beauty to press this in the crease. Very vibrant. Just like that green shade from look number one. That shade was so beautiful. But I've been going back and forth on what I wanted to do for this look. At first, I thought I wanted to do like a blue and purple look, but I do that a lot. So I think I'm going to do blue and green. The shimmers are so freaking beautiful in this palette. I'm so glad that I picked these up. And you see like that blended out so freaking easily. So now I'm going to go into this blue called Washed Stone. Not Washed, Washed Ashore. I don't know where I got Washed Stone. But I'm just using my large shader brush to pack this in the crease. These layer on each other very, very well. I'm so glad that I finally tried them out. These are beautiful. I'm excited to see what else they release too. But now I'm just using that first brush to blend out the edges of that. I didn't add anything else to the brush. Now, real quick, I'm going to do the same exact thing down on the lower lash line. Now for the fun part. I want to add some of this deep green, part of that world, which I'm guessing is from The Little Mermaid. That was my favorite movie growing up, but I'm just picking this up on this blending brush, and this is going to be a fun look. I can already tell. I'm just mapping this out slowly, trying to be very careful not to get anything into my eyes because I'm so tired of my eyes getting irritated. Been a thing this week. Every time I've tried to film, my eyes have been watering. That was super easy. That blended like a dream. I was going to add like some purple to add a little depth, but I don't really think it's going to be necessary. That green layered really well on itself, but now I want to blend out the edges. I'm going to use this like small shader brush and pick up that really light blue and add some of this to the inner corner. I'm probably going to have to bring something in for an inner corner shade for this look. And that's the mats. It was real quick and easy. I'm excited about this color combo for sure. But now I want to play with these shimmers. So I'm just going to go in with my NYX glitter glue and my packing brush from BH Cosmetics and just apply this to the lid. So I'm going to start this off with this shade Get Off My Tail. These shimmers are so freaking reflective. I think they might be one of the most reflective shimmers I've ever seen. And even more than Unearthly, which is mind-blowing. Like they are so shimmery. Makes me so freaking happy. I'm going to take this more than half the way in because I want to go over it with this shade, The Unknown, which is It's a really beautiful blue shimmer shade. Ooh, looks so vibrant. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need an inner corner highlight shade. But I think that's beautiful. Got a little fallout, but I probably picked up too much. Luckily, it wiped right off. Okay, so this is the look before I go finish it off camera, and I'll find something to add as an inner corner highlight, but I think it's so freaking beautiful. I really love how vibrant that blue is, but I'm excited for you guys to see this look up close because I just don't think you are ready for how freaking reflective these shimmers are, but I will be right back with the finished look. I am back with the finished look, and I think it turned out so freaking good. I love it so much. I truly just love these shimmers. I think they are so freaking beautiful, and I'm glad you guys finally get to see them up close. But in my waterline, I used the ColourPop liner in the shade Icebreaker. I think I used this in the last look as well. I can't remember. I'm so excited that I finally gave this brand a try. But now let me give you guys my first impressions on the palette. So you could probably tell I really like this formula a lot. I think the mattes are really easy to blend and they're really pigmented and beautiful, and I had no issues with them whatsoever. And the shimmers are really, really beautiful too. I think some of the shimmers are a drier formula maybe than some of the others in the palette, and I think that might be why they busted the way they did. I don't know much about this brand, so if you guys are familiar with their formulas, please leave any thoughts you have down below. But I will say, despite everything that happened, like with shipping and the palette being broke when I got it, I do find that the brand was really nice and helpful, and they tried their best to make it right, which I really appreciate a lot. So I'm glad that my customer service experience with them went really well. But all in all, I am super happy that I picked it up, and I'm excited to see what else they come out with in the future. But let me know down below if you guys picked up the palette and what your thoughts are on it. Let me know down below which look was your favorite. And thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way till the end. And until next time, bye.